Obviously, you're going to see whites continue to fight this and resist this as it spreads throughout the South. Here's an example. A case study is going to be how President Eisenhower deals with southern states that resist desegregation. For example, Eisenhower himself doesn't think that you can pass a law and just make people stop being racist. And he's right. You can't make someone stop being racist because there's a law. You're going to have the South resist this, which is why King says we have to encourage people and teach people to love. So when we see the South rise up and fight back, like in Little Rock, Arkansas, where the Supreme Court says that the all-white school of Central High in Little Rock, Arkansas has to allow black students in, it's why you could expect to see the governor, Orville Faubus, this guy right here, come out on TV and say he's against all racial integration at any school in the Little Rock School District. And that's going to bring whites to his banner, whites that feel threatened, whites that are afraid of losing control, whites that are afraid of losing power, whites that are afraid of change and equality. So Orville Faubus is going to say, you know what? I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that anger, that tool to get reelected, and I'm going to use the armed forces, the National Guard of Arkansas, to oppose the federal government. It's the first time since the Civil War a state used its armed forces to resist the government in Washington, D.C. So Eisenhower has a choice. He knows he can't pass a law and make people stop being racist, but is he going to let a state totally disregard the rules? That'd be insane. Instead, what he does is become the first president since the Civil War and Reconstruction to send armed troops, the 101st Airborne, into the South to escort those kids in and uphold federal law. These students become known as the Little Rock Nine, and what they become known as the Little Rock Nine, are beacons for change. So what this shows here is the civil rights movement kind of getting underway. It shows all the changes that are made. It shows how this change happens. It shows the pressure that CORE puts on its organization. It shows the vision of Martin Luther King with protest and love. It shows the spark from Rosa Parks, which spreads it across the South. And it shows the resistance of whites and how the government is going to deal with that. And we'll do more with this in class tomorrow.